Hey man, let them know a fucking podcast they tune into right now. Who's running that shit? Let's go.
Hours of chaos with Dawn Chaos. The 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 hours of chaos. Jugs in this bitch, no drug shit. Karma King, Don Chaos, never switched from Denver to D-Town. His name carries weight clouds from all around. Know that he put it down like an OG. Just know he stays down. Eating phony jugs, covered up in steak sauce. That's how we stay on the hours of chaos.
Hey man, let them know a fucking podcast they tune into right now. Who's running that shit? Let's go.
Hours of chaos with Dawn Chaos. The 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 hours of chaos. Jugs in this bitch, no drug shit. Karma King, Don Chaos, never switched from Denver to D-Town. His name carries weight clouds from all around. Know that he put it down like an OG. Just know he stays down. Eating phony jugs, covered up in steak sauce. That's how we stay on the hours of chaos.
Hey man, let them know a fucking podcast they tune into right now. Who's running that shit? Let's go.
Hours of chaos with Dawn Chaos. The 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 hours of chaos. Jugs in this bitch, no drug shit. Karma King, Don Chaos, never switched from Denver to D-Town. His name carries weight clouds from all around. Know that he put it down like an OG. Just know he stays down. Eating phony jugs, covered up in steak sauce. That's how we stay on the hours of chaos.
Hey man, let them know a fucking podcast they tune into right now. Who's running that shit? Let's go.
Hours of chaos with Dawn Chaos. The 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 hours of chaos. Jugs in this bitch, no drug shit. Karma King, Don Chaos, never switched from Denver to D-Town. His name carries weight clouds from all around. Know that he put it down like an OG. Just know he stays down. Eating phony jugs, covered up in steak sauce. That's how we stay on the hours of chaos.
amongst the hard-smoking. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. Much love to Carnival Spirits.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos. You've been putting in work, bro. Respect.
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos. And fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
Yeah, you know who it is. Squeegee Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Chung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits. What's up, man? Don Chaos. What's up? It's your boy, Brother Lynch Chung. We out here tonight. Let's go.
Fuego Flames and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here. It's my boy. Excuse the left, excuse the left.
What up, y'all? This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
He's Sean.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
What is up, everyone? How is everyone? Y'all already know who this is. This is the one and only Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. Back with the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 266, y'all. So we are having a double feature. We are having a guest where it's their first time on the show, which is Poizn Killz. And then we're also having Spek 1, who's actually been on the podcast like 3 or 4 times, which is amazing. So how is everyone today? What is up, Dungeon? What is up, everyone in the chat? For those that don't know, we are on live on YouTube as well as Twitch. So let's just go ahead and bring our guests on. I know Spek told me he's only got 30 minutes, so we'll let him on first so he can, let's everyone please welcome back to the Hours of Chaos podcast, the one and only Spek 1. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. Happy to be back, man. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, I was like, when I booked you, I was like, wait, I think Spek's been on the show like 4 times. That's crazy.
Yeah. Not my first time, but absolutely happy to be back.
Yeah, and I think the last time you were on is when I did that 7-hour show celebrating like the 7-year anniversary. You just came on like for a little bit and stuff.
I came on to make sure you were all right, man. That was a long stream.
Yep, I was able to do it, and this year I'm gonna set the record with it being 8 years. So why not do an 8-hour stream this year?
Fuck yeah, man.
So what have you been up to since we last had you on? Obviously, the last time we saw each other was Gorefest last year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Having some beers.
And we finally got to meet in person last year.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. That was nice to actually finally shake hands, you know, instead of just send messages back and forth or talk through video and shit. That was cool. Really had a good time with you at Gorefest. But nah, man, I just been working on the new album. The new album's done. It's wrapped. It's being mastered right now as we speak. The first single on the album, I'm actually gonna announce it here first, is entitled White Slab, and it is another metal track in the same vein as Smash Your Head. So that's going to drop on Thursday, March 13th at midnight. So
Well, yeah, and that's one thing I always loved about you is that you're like very diverse. I know you guys have been hard at work on that first Max Gang like release.
Yeah, I got the charms going now. So yeah,
shouts to Chuckles. He actually gave one away when we had him on, like an extra one he had.
Yeah, they went fast too, man. I would like to say I have an extra one, but they as soon as I got them, they were gone. Like honestly, before they even got to my house, like a lot of them were already spoken for. Yeah, I had a lot of homeboys that had to pull the homeboy card on me and was like, "Yo, I want one, man. Come on, man. I always hook you up." And I was like, "Fuck, all right, dude."
Well, you don't have to do that with me. Whenever you guys do get more, just let me know, and I will definitely purchase one.
Yeah. Next time I order some, man, I'll definitely grab you one. I'm thinking about maybe doing a different design. Maybe I kind of like this new, like I call it the toxic design. I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that next. I don't know. We'll see what the guys want to do, though. It's always up to vote. You know, we did this one last time, so yeah. But
so for those that don't know, Mass Gang is basically, from what I said, it's going to be like the next big super group in the underground.
Yeah, Mass Gang is it started out as just kind of like something that like me and Chuckles were yelling on stage and everything, and then it just kind of through time it kind of just blossomed into like something a lot bigger. You know, now we got like House of Id, House of Dismemberment, we got Freak Show, we got fucking Irate, we got Chuckles, we got myself, we got Uncle Phoenix, we got Dano the Zombie. You know, we got quite a few people out there still repping it that I'm not even aware of yet. You know what I mean? I'm still finding people out there repping it, you know, which is dope, because like it's kind of turned it into a super group, but at the same time I kind of wanted it to be something that's kind of like almost like a super group meets like the whole idea of like Juggalo, like something for everybody. Like if you rep a mask, you know, and you want to fucking go out there and get a Mask Gang charm and rep that shit, like my friend fucking Carney, they rep Mask Gang just as much as I do, and they don't even do music. They just do like haunts. They do like the fashion, like horror fashion. You know, like you know, it's just anybody who fucks with me, I fuck with them. You know, as long as they're not a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
so it's basically also like a movement, y'all.
Absolutely.
And let's just say Don Chaos is, or it may not be, an official member. I mean, I may not play instruments or rap, but if they want me on stage, I'll be on stage and just hype up the crowd with y'all.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of that kind of shit, man. You fucking, you know, you may not play an instrument or have like a recording setup and do your own, but man, you're pretty important to the music game, bro. You know what I mean? So
oh yeah, you guys saw me at Gore Fest. I was still like vibing out with you guys front row. You're like, damn, and Don is going hard.
Hell yeah, man. You were too. You were. That shit was cool, man. It was good to see, man.
Well, and that was good because that was also my welcome home show to Denver. That was like my first show being like back home in Denver, so it was the perfect one.
Nice, yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat right now, man.
What is up, Irate? For those that don't know Irate, y'all, he is a phenomenal drummer.
Fucking very talented fucking artist too, man. Duke can rap. He hides it and shit, but if you look him up on his profile, man, the Duke can fucking rap. I don't even think he hides it. I just think the drumming kind of dwarfs it. You know what I mean? A lot of people like see him drumming up fucking, you know, hella dope all the time. So, but yeah, you should check out his music. He's fucking fire, bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What else do you got going on? Is there like any other like projects that you're working on, or any like upcoming shows that you got going on?
Underground United in Prescott, Arizona. I believe it's April 12th. I want to say it's on my profile. It's that weekend of April 12th. It's on a Saturday. But yeah, anybody who can come out should come out. There's it's fuck, man. I want to say it's been going on for years. So it's gonna have like, I want to say there's a bunch of people like Chuckles, Bloody Ruckus on there, Freak Show's there. I know I'm gonna miss people, so I'm sorry if I miss anybody, because I know somebody's gonna message me later and be like, yeah, I'm there too. Uncle Phoenix is there, of course. All the GRE acts are there. You got Mask Gang is actually doing a set as Mask Gang there. So it's gonna be a fucking really good time. If anybody can make it, you should make it because you just won't regret it. Period.
Exactly. And I'm liking that every like music label is like almost celebrating 25 years in the game. Like GRE, like next year we'll be celebrating 25 years. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been around for a long fucking time, man. I remember when it was fucking. I remember when it was like Jay Sparks and Insane Poetry and fucking.
Yep.
All that,
Same.
Yeah. Good times, man.
And it's just cool, like to see like all these different labels like working together. Hence, that's why you guys started the Underground Unite tour. It's like it doesn't matter where you're from, what label you're on. Just come here and we'll perform music and maybe even like link up and do music in the future with each other.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. Especially like when you have a lot of people on the bill that are fun to hang out with as well as perform with. It's like not only is it a show, because sometimes shows can be like business when you're just going to perform, you don't know anybody. But when you go, like when I went to She-Fest, like I walked into She-Fest not knowing what the fuck to expect. It was my first time being at She-Fest this last year. Shout out to Razak Hill and fucking Sappy and all the family out there. But I walked in there and I was kind of like not apprehensive, but I mean anxious a little bit, for lack of a better word. And fuck, man, I knew like fucking more than half the people there. And the people that I didn't know, it was like I knew them. And it was it was like a party. It was like a party and a show. It was fucking awesome. I love those vibes.
And I like that too. I'm glad that like there's starting to be like all these other like music festivals in the underground. Like you have, of course, Underground Unite. You have Gore Fest. You now have the Float. Ouija has his thing with Juggalo Ohio. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. It's just the coolest part, and the only downside is like it's just you got to figure out which one you want to go to every year if you can't make it to all of them. You know what I mean?
Well, y'all would be happy to know I'm still gonna make it happen, but y'all would know I am working hard at work to get like my like festival off the bat. Like for those that don't know, I know Spek One knows about. It's called Karma Fest, and what it is, it's like a music festival, but it's not your typical music festival. It's a charity music festival where all these artists just come here and they perform for free, and we like do it for a charitable cause, which is awesome.
Yeah, you can count me in. Absolutely count me in on that.
And we're actually going to bring our other guest on too, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
So you could be like my little co-host where we like interview him and stuff for a little bit.
I'm down.
And that's kind of the whole point of this show too. Like when we have more than one guest, we like let these artists like link up and go, hey, let's maybe do a song together or something. That's why this is one of those top shows out there.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we're just waiting for him to join back up. Yeah, my main goal for this year, like, is to mainly go to the gathering. That is my like main focus.
Yeah.
And then eventually start like hosting events and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Underground United Gore Fest, and then I'm definitely going to try to make it back to She-Fest again this year. I had such a good time there last year, but I want to get out, I got to make it to Gore Fest and see all the family and everybody every year. That's kind of like Thanksgiving for me, you know what I mean? It's like I don't miss that shit. So
exactly, and that's the main goal too, is to obviously go to Gore Fest because I want to try to get my girlfriend to perform there, because her goal this year is to try to perform in cities and states that she's never played at. And I told her, well, you definitely got to play the Roxy.
Yeah. It's always a good time. Always a good time.
Well, perfect timing. Everyone, please welcome for the first time on the Hours of Chaos podcast, the one and only Poizn Killz. What's up, man?
Hey, yo, what's going on?
What's up?
How y'all doing? Dude, that
Chilling.
mask is sick. Just
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
So, Poizn, since this is your first time on the show, what we usually do is you just give a brief introduction, who you are, where you're from, how long you've been doing music, and then me and Spek One will like go back and forth with like the questions.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so Poizn Killz. A lot of people call me Casey Kills It because it's what I got on my Facebook, but really kind of new, late in the game. I'm 37. Used to fuck with it back in the day, you know, never really did nothing with it. Honestly, didn't have no ambition. I was stupid. And kind of circled around back to it later out of necessity, and been at it the last year. Just pretty much more or less eat, living, and breathing music. Like, you know, like I'm all in. There's a reason for that. Just if you listen to my music, it's basically just therapy. It's therapy, just rocking out, you know, that's all it is. Just check that out, and I'll tell you a lot about me, really.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you for my homie Cali Green Too Fresh, aka Seth, out there in California. He basically linked us up because you two go back a long way.
Oh yeah, since grade school.
California, huh?
We got good stories.
What part of California?
I'm not sure where he lives in California. I'm pretty sure it's near LA or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
I believe so. And where do you live, Poizn?
I'm in Evansville, Indiana, which is where he's from.
Gotcha. So that's how you guys know each other.
Yeah. We went to grade school together and a little bit of middle school. He's seen me do a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm from Riverside, man. I'm like 30 minutes from LA.
Do what?
I'm like 30 minutes from LA myself. I'm from Riverside.
Oh, heck yeah. That's what's up.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He does all kinds of promoting, linking people up. Actually, my first single that I have out, the cycle, the thumbnail on it, he did for me.
Nice.
It's pretty dope too. Yeah.
So yeah, for those who don't know who Cali Green is, if you guys know who Shade Hecka is, that's my homie's like label. Basically, he basically manages Shade Hecka. If anyone's been wondering.
Nice.
That's what's up.
So Poizn, man, like what kind of music are you, man? Are you like hip hop, dark hip hop, horrorcore rap, horrorcore hip hop? What do you if you had to put a label on it?
It's a blend of things.
I love that. I love artists that are diverse.
It's a blend of things. Sometimes I'm one thing, sometimes I'm another. Like I mostly gravitate towards rock, metal, that sort of thing.
Nice.
Vocals have improved tremendously over the last year. It surprised me how much. You know, I'm still definitely nowhere near anywhere I want to fucking be right now, but like I already see the difference, and it fucking makes me excited. You know, I'm like, yes,
bro. It's like a muscle, man. The more you work it, the better you're gonna do. The more you're in the studio, the better you're gonna get. You know, I actually have quite a few rock tracks myself, man. Like I do a little bit of everything myself too. So
yeah, just as soon as I seen your mask, I got interested in your music. I just like I want to know what he does.
Nice, thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Because I'm all about some metal and shit. What is your shit like metal? And
I do I'm doing this series right now called Doom Switch. It's like different volumes of it, and the next one I'm releasing is volume 2. But volume 1 was a lot of rock. Like half of the whole album was all rock. I worked with an actual band and everything. I met a band that was in Ukraine, and I would send them the vocals. We'd work with each other, and then. But this album, I have some rock on it, and then some like horrorcore, and then like I've actually been dipping into funk, you know, that new shit, funk. I've been dipping into that a little bit more on this album as well. But yeah, I like to try everything, man. I grew up in the punk rock scene, so I definitely like my fucking.
I love me some punk.
Yeah,
I like all kinds of shit, but mostly my stuff's geared towards like rock, metal, but like heavy rap influence. Sometimes pretty fast. I like to think of it as like Linkin Park meets Tech 9.
Nice. That's a good combination.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
I've been slowing it up more lately. Like my 2 newest songs are going to be kind of slow, but this one I got coming up, y'all love it. It's called Woke. It's about guess what, you know. And it's touching a lot of. It's probably gonna hit a few veins, but it's very good, very hard hitting. And
Nice.
I got a preview for that. It's basically, and it's just I'm just kind of doing like a mixtape type thing. It's just like 5.5 minutes, no chorus, just straight bars. I'm just tearing it up, screaming my head off. It's great.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh yeah. How did you actually come up with the name Poizn Killz? And did you go by like other names beforehand?
It's my gamer tag that I've had since I was like fucking 12.
Nice. That's awesome.
I get it.
That's awesome.
I get it, man. It's funny, man. Spek is actually, I used to be a fucking tagger when I was younger and fucking used to spell it with a C, and it stands for spray paint and everything constantly. So I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, what it originally stood for was like poise, as in like stance, and kills. It was like my gamer tag for that.
Yeah.
And I've changed it into kind of the name, and but kills. Now I'm killing beats. Now I'm killing rhyme schemes.
Nice.
That's what the newest song's about. I decided I'm gonna do. This is the last track on the EP that's coming out. I got 2 shows coming up, so the plan is get that EP done by the concert and just have them available, So like I said, just starting out, year 1, end of year 1, basically.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And when did you actually start like writing music? If
I've been writing since I was like 14. I've been writing my whole life, and I ain't done it in a long time. I was talking with a friend of mine that I work with, I was like, it's crazy I came back to it and I'm this much better. And he was like, well, that's because you never stopped learning. He was always listening, picking shit up, trying shit out, I was like, you're right. I was like, yeah, never did stop studying.
Yeah. Sounds
dope. Yeah.
Sounds dope.
That's how one of my homies started out. Like before they did music, a lot of their stuff for their music came from them doing poetry and like school and stuff and writing in school.
That's what it started out for me. This venture started out, honestly, dude, in therapy. It started in therapy. Had it not been for therapy, had I not dealt with the shit I had to deal with, I would have never got here. Because I've always been good and I've always known it. I had some shit to get through, a lot of guilt. You'll hear that in the songs too.
And that's kind of the whole point of this show. Like, yeah, we'll interview those people that people know, and then we'll interview those people that people somewhat know, but then we want to interview people that no one knows. Like, the whole point of the show is to make sure all the talented people don't get overlooked, because that happens a lot.
Yeah. So it just started out as just a means to deal with it, and then I got surprised by myself. I was like, oh shit, like this is nice. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do something with this. And I kind of needed a purpose, as well, like a real purpose. Found myself thinking, I've been through this job and that job, this and that, this person, that person, none of them stick. You know what I mean? Like, I had to choose a purpose that nobody could take away from me at that point in my life, if that makes sense. It just kind of all fell in place, really. Best way to put it.
It's usually how it happens. You know what I mean? Like for the real ones, at least, it kind of just, like real talent. I mean, yeah, it takes effort, but it also comes naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I came around to it at the perfect time, for sure.
Yeah. Me, I was actually lucky. I grew up in a scene that was already kind of developed. I had a lot of friends that were older than me, and like there was this place in Riverside called the Showcase Theater, and I grew up around a band called the Skeletones, which were kind of big in like the area I was in. And then they had connections like Goldfinger, like No Doubt and stuff like that. So I was always seeing, like, I was always going and watching bands that later on blew up to be fucking huge fucking bands. And I got to see them when they were just starting out, and it was really fucking cool. It was kind of like a first-rate education in live music.
That would be dope. That'd be inspiring too.
Yeah. It's kind of depressing now though, because when you drive by the Showcase, it's just fucking dead. It's just fucking straight dead. Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah, but yeah, the Skeletones were dope, man. Those are my boys, man. Fucking bone shaker.
Just hold on to those memories, Places may be dead, but those memories ain't.
And I love watching like artists grow grow. Like I remember, like not a lot of people know this, but I actually knew Kendrick Lamar way before he blew up. And does he deserve to be where he is at now? Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool cats out there.
Are nasty. I give him that.
Fuck yeah.
So what would be some of like your biggest like influences when it comes to music, Poizn? Like who would you say are like your most top musical influences?
Biggest would probably be Linkin Park and then Rage. You'll hear a lot of Rage in my music. I'll hear a lot of that. Yeah. Let's see what else. Tech for sure. Chris Calico. I want to be as versatile as Chris Calico. God, I hope I'm that good one day. You know, like he's definitely like I look up to him big time for sure.
Oh yeah.
I love all the old Strange cats. You know, Ritz and all them. Everybody on the old Strange. I actually got to see Strictly Strange. It was 08. Man, that was a good one. Actually, I think I'm wearing that shirt, if I'm not mistaken. I got the Riddle box, and then I got, yeah. Strictly 16. Strictly Strange 16.
Nice.
Oh, a good show, man. Everybody on Strange, it was at 2016, and you know there was like 12 people. They was all there rocking. It was.
Oh yeah, their roster back then was like insane, and then you had Seth's crew.
So good. Everybody on there was dope.
And then when they signed Murs out of California, it's like, damn, they've signed so many talented people like Mayday. I always tell people Mayday is one of those groups. They're one of those groups that you literally have to see them live. They're like amazing live.
They're so good. Yeah, they were there. That was a good one. They were there. This was like right before Murs that I seen them. That was pretty dope.
It's always good, man, when you see a group and they're actually good live, man. I hate those studio fucking groups, man, that can only do it in the studio when they got professionals fucking mixing and mastering their shit, making them sound fucking splendid. You know what I mean? You got to be able to do it when there's nothing but just a fucking mic, you, and some fucking music, you know? Yeah.
Tech and Chris, though, they are awesome to watch on stage. I love them. They straight choreograph everything. It's dope.
Definitely.
Nice. Yeah, I saw Tech a long time ago, though. It was like I believe it was the Wicked Wonka tour. I saw Tech.
Oh,
that's back when he had red hair and spikes and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's back when he was fucking running around with fucking Prozac as Project Deadman with Mikey Clark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Project Deadman was sick. I love that.
That was pretty dope, bro. That album was pretty dope.
That's probably a pretty heavy influence, I would say.
Yeah.
Any of that old school Juggalo shit, like. I was all about that shit. I love the old school Juggalo shit. That was really awesome.
Yeah. That was actually the era. Fucking, that was my era, man. I love this. Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, that was the era where you had the big three, as we called it. It was Psychopathic, Strange Music, and then Suburban Noise.
Yep.
Oh, fun fact.
All heavy hitters back then, too.
And then you had LSP then come out, and you've had GRE. So there's all these like heavy hitters that have come out, which is dope.
Yeah. That shit was cool, man.
Even Funk Volume back in the day was awesome.
Oh yeah. They had their whole ciphers and shit. Yep. That shit was dope.
And I remember seeing Hobson like live. I always told people, regardless of what you feel about him now, but when I seen him, that dude back when I saw him could put on a good live show.
I did shows with him way back in the day, man. At fucking this place called Mahone's in fucking Orange County. Fucking a long fucking time ago, man, when he was still on Ruthless and shit. Yeah, man. That was cool. Yeah.
What he's doing now, I have no idea, though.
I think he lives overseas now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
nothing from him in a while.
Yeah.
There's a couple that fell off. There was another dude I completely forgot about the other day. I can't remember his name now. I'll have to get back to you on that one. But it's crazy how you like forget. Like you listen to them one day and you're like, they're dope, and then they just don't show up anymore. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, I forgot about him. Crazy how that shit happens.
Yeah, the one group I wish that got back together and that I wish didn't have a falling out, but I know why they had a falling out, is Potluck. I loved Potluck.
Oh, yeah, they were dope.
Yeah, Potluck was the shit.
They were amazing live, too.
Yeah.
They were
always
sub noise was dope as fuck.
When I first started doing actually recording music and trying to do the music thing and do shows and everything, the first two people that I gave my demo to that actually hit me on MySpace back in the day and gave me some pointers were Underrated from Potluck and fucking what's his name, Dirtball fucking from Subnoise back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, they were always really fucking cool to me, man.
Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah,
he had some really good. He had a really good flow. Dirtball did. I liked his flow quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved it when Dirtball joined KMK, but I really loved him as a solo artist.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. 100%.
Is he on a KMK album? I think I missed that.
Yeah, he joined them in 2010.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learn something every day.
And that's the last real KMK album I remember hearing. It was called Long Live the Kings, and that's when they added him and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, your cousin, Doug, he interviewed him recently, and he was talking about that, about how it's all broken up.
Oh yeah, that's it's just crazy.
I was doing shows.
Sad to see it go, but people.
I was doing shows with Pakalika right before he passed, guys. He was. Remember, I'm from Riverside. I'm from the same town that Pakalika was from, man.
Yeah, that man had talent. That dude was a good rapper, but he was also a good dancer on stage, and I got to see him perform with them when he'd be dancing on stage and stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to Chucky Chuck too, man. At fucking Gorefest, Chucky Chuck is always cool as fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Really good guy.
So Poizn, what was your first introduction into the wicked shit or just anything? What was the first song you remember hearing by the wicked shit or underground that grasped your attention?
I actually just thought about this question the other day. I want to say it was maybe Shangri-La.
Oh yeah.
It's been the first thing I heard. It's either that or it's either Story of Our Lives by Twisted. Either that's the first thing I heard, or it was which one on Shangri-La?
Story of Our Lives. That was Story of Our Lives. That was Man, Myth, and Mutant, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's about a 50% chance that's the first thing. But around that time, it was a mixture of two people introducing me to it, and that's one, your cousin Doug. Him and my best friend Robert. He recently moved up to New York, and if the newest song actually just came out this past Saturday, if you listen to the end of it, that's who I'm talking about when I say you outstanding as a motherfucker. Yeah, that one. Or I forgot how it goes. You'll have to listen to it. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, him and Doug, they got me into it. I just don't remember which song I heard first. I want to say it was Story of Our Lives, though.
That's a good song. I remember when I first heard that song, especially back then. I mean, they're still pretty good now, but back then, that song when Twisted was going straight in, I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's back when they were hanging out with fucking Lavelle and shit. You remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one? Another one that really spoke to me as a kid. And again, this was me around the same time, starting to write and shit myself. One that really spoke to me back then was, "Are you going to hell or heaven? Did you walk with
Karma.
the sinners or pray with the reverend? Tell the truth, I did a little of both. There ain't no telling where I'm going till my body's a ghost."
Yeah,
that one really spoke to me. I've always been big on that. Theology, right, wrong, evil, good.
Same.
You'll see a lot of that in the music as well.
And that's one thing I've always loved is concept albums or just albums that like have meaning. Like when Tech 9 wrote all 6s and 7s, that term means like a state of confusion and disarray, basically.
Yeah. Fucking Tekanina.
My old shit I used to write's completely different from what I write now, though. My old shit's just straight wicked shit. All my old shit is just straight horrorcore.
Hell yeah.
Well, fucking Don, I got a CD and some stickers to give away. I don't know when you wanted to do that, but I got some shit to give away if people want it.
Yeah, we could actually do that right now. I mean, like, so if anyone wants in, just what should they say in the chat?
Spek 1 care package.
There you guys go.
Or just put care package.
So yeah, y'all, everyone just say what you want in, and I will copy and paste and put the name in it. So this will definitely take a while. So while I'm doing that, you guys can like chop it up as I'm like doing that.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny, man. Like when I came into the game, it was more like the Malenko era. So it's like, and I ran a Juggalo website for a long time, and it's like right around the time I stopped running the website was right around the time you came into the game. Like I feel a little old, but no, like it wasn't that I left the game. I had a bunch of shit going on to where I couldn't really do the website, so I passed it off to my buddies, and they actually ran it for like 4 or 5 more years before everybody ended up getting fucking married and shit like that, you know? Yeah.
And what was the name of that website again? I know you told me when I first interviewed you, and I think I remember what it was, but what was it called?
It was one of those tripod sites. It was deadjuggalo3d.tripod.com.
I do remember that website, and I remember when I interviewed you, I'm like, wait, you ran that website? That's awesome.
Yeah, we got a lot of really cool pictures. Like we were at the Wraith release party that ICP was at in Hollywood. We were at the bootleg in LA, the DVD they did. We were at that show. We got a lot of really good pictures, like the Rainy Diamonds tour, the Wicked Wonka fucking. We got like we were always about trying to get right up front and get like the really good pictures. So like we got some really good really good old school pictures now. Now they're old school. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I always really loved that era, especially when they were like changing up their paint scheme in different colors and stuff.
Oh yeah, that shit was really cool when they started doing the red and blue and everything. Yeah,
I was around the era I got into it myself.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good era, man.
I just remembered the song off of Shangri-La. It was Juggalo Homies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still love that song. That song about brings a tear to my eye. That one does. That's the perfect homie song. It's like, you know.
She was cool, man. That was a fun era. Honestly, I kind of missed that era, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons why like I had a lot of other stuff going on, but I actually kind of broke away for a little bit during that time, because right after that, like everybody started doing like their own thing and kind of splitting up, and it kind of sucked to see everybody like the division that ultimately happened later on. It was it's kind of upsetting, especially now. It's like when you talk to people that fucking shows and they're just like so divisive, you know, like oh you like Twisted, well fuck, it's like, dude, you know, I really don't have time for none of that shit, man. I like good music. If you don't like good music, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And that's why I'm glad our circle
in good music. It's all
in our circle, we don't really care about that. That's why a lot of us, especially like a GRE and LSP and everyone else, we're like pushing the hashtag Underground United, Underground Unity.
Yep, exactly. You know, like we're stronger together than we are apart. You know what I mean? So, yep.
It's okay to accept differences. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. If I didn't accept differences and shit like that, I wouldn't have some of like my favorite people in the game in my life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So So yeah, if anyone wants entered in this giveaway, for those that are just joining, Spek One is doing a giveaway. So if you guys want in on this giveaway, just say Spek One care package.
Yeah. Even if you end up doing it after I leave, man, like I'll still like just shoot me where I need to send it, and I'll send it where it needs to be sent.
Definitely, or whoever wins, I will like send them like the link to your Instagram, because that's the best way to
send
get
them my
a hold
way.
of you.
I'll take care of them. Yep. Just tell me Don Chaos sent me.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, we have our first entry. And Poizn, who are like some people you would actually like absolutely like love to work with? Like it could be anyone, because like I realize in the industry anything is possible. Like everyone is making themselves approachable. Like I've seen people work with each other that you would never imagine like working with each other, and they made themselves approachable. Like I'm just gonna use this as an example, because I remember when this artist was just starting Jelly Roll. Like I never thought I would see the homie Jelly Roll doing a song with Eminem. Cool. That's crazy.
But in time, not anytime soon, not until I'm worthy, because I'm nowhere near worthy yet. But one day, Ronnie Radke, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. One day. Dude, just wait till you hear Woke, dude. It's like it's that style of music. It's just straight up in your face. I don't give a fuck. I'm running my mouth.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that. That's my kind of thing.
And if you had to pick, Kills, what are like your like top 5 like influential albums of all time? Like any music that basically had an impact on your life?
Definitely Man Smith. Let's see. Hybrid Theory, big time. Let's see what else. Riddle Box. It's a tie between Riddle Box and Shangri-La. I don't know, one of those two. Probably Riddle Box.
Oh yeah,
that's my favorite one. Let's see, Jackal Brothers was really good too, though. But anyway, I digress. That was 3, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, 2 more. Slipknot. The first one. What was the first one called? Wasn't it self-titled?
It was self-entitled, or are you talking about the old Mate, Kill, Feed, Repeat, or whatever?
No, not that one. Not that one.
It was the self-titled.
Yeah, it was with Corey Taylor. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a huge Slipknot fan, so if you say Slipknot, I'm like, which album?
Tech Nine. Ever Ready.
Hell yeah.
It was a tie between Ever Ready or Misery Loves Company.
Oh yeah.
I really love Misery. Probably Misery Loves Company.
MLK.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a pretty dope album, man.
And if you had to like, if you remember, like everyone remembers like their first piece of music that they remember like listening before like they discovered any type of music. Like all of us basically grew up like hearing what our parents heard. So basically, if you can remember, what was the first piece of music that like made you fall in love with music? Like me, it was probably Prince or Michael Jackson or one of those, because my parents grew up in the 80s. So I grew up hearing a lot of 60s, 70s, and 80s, like pop and classic rock and metal.
I get it. So like the first thing that I found by myself that made me love music, not just something I was exposed to, but something I grasped onto. It's like, this is mine now. That would be Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. That's the first thing. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mine would have to be Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah, I've been on
when that double fucking LP came out.
That
like
old school hip hop, yeah.
Like everybody in my circle, I shit you not, for like 4 months. Like that's all we fucking like. It was we overdid it. Like that was our shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just listening to Liquid Swords today. That is, I don't care what anyone says, that is my top like Wu-Tang solo album. That whole album,
Good fucking album, man.
It's unskippable. You can just listen to it from beginning to end. You can just vibe out, get lost while listening to it, and just smoking. It's like very relaxing.
Yeah.
That's why I like that old school hip hop. It's almost hypnotic, kind of.
Yeah. Like I honestly, man, like I find myself listening to a lot of that shit before I fucking sit down and write sometimes. Like it kind of like it like puts me on that plateau for a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fires.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. And
now it's hard to shut off too sometimes.
And now
you're getting tired like that, it's hard to put it down.
And then the next question we ask our guests and is what I always have fun asking people. You're stuck on a desert island. Now, whose like entire discography are you bringing with you? Like for me, obviously, I would bring ICP's whole discography because it's a big ass discography. I would bring all of Wu-Tang's discography, not just their group albums, but solo albums, compilation albums, side projects, everything. Like that would all last you forever. I would also bring like MF Doom's discography.
Is it just one? Just one or like a handful?
You pick like 5 like artists or groups. Whose discography are you bringing with you?
All right. I'm combining Black Sabbath with this, so I'm taking Ozzy with me.
Hell yeah.
I'm taking fucking Dio with me. I'm taking probably ICP with me. I'm taking probably taking the Vandals with me. And then fucking and then probably Rancid. Believe it or not. No. Or just Tim Armstrong, period.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of punk in there, but it's just like that's kind of like what I grew up on. As you can see, like when you see me at shows and you see how I dress and everything, like it's obvious that your boy grew up in the punk rock scene.
Oh yeah, and especially because California like has a really strong punk scene.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Don knows that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially Southern California.
Yep, that's home.
And that's always been like my favorite type of punk rock. I've always loved California style punk rock, and then I've always loved like British punk rock.
Yeah. But Don, I'm gonna get out of here. But the care package is up for grabs. Whoever wants it, let me know, and then just send them my way. Send them to my my Instagram, and I'll take care of them.
And before you go, what are people like entering to win again? What are you giving away?
I have the latest album of Doom Switch, my last album. I don't have a lot of stuff right now because the new album is being pressed up and everything, and I haven't really technically unveiled everything yet. So the merch is kind of being held back on that. I got some stickers, got some Mask Gang stickers, some Spek One stickers. Just a bunch of cool stuff like that, just little stuff like that. But it's gonna be a care package of stuff. So.
Oh yeah, well, whenever you get the date for that album out, let me know, and I will bring you back on the show so you can help promote it.
Appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, the Underground United show in Prescott, Arizona, on April 12th, and then on March 13th. White Slab, my new metal track, will be out and available everywhere. So thank you for giving me a platform to let people know about that, Don. I appreciate you.
Well, hell yeah. Like I always tell people, you're always welcome back on the show. Like I told everyone, this is probably like your 4th or 5th time on the show, which is awesome.
And Poizn, it was really good meeting you, man. Hit me up on Instagram, man. Let's talk, man. Let's do some shit. You do rock, I do rock too. Maybe we can get on something together.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check your shit out right after I get off here.
All right, brother. And then Mask Gang representative out.
Hell yeah. Later, man.
Peace out, guys.
Good meeting you, man.
Hell yeah. And that's kind of why I started this show too. Like sometimes I'll have those guests that are able like so they can like eventually like work together. That's kind of the whole point of this show too.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check his stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
I love, obviously rock's my passion. And even when I'm rapping, I'm still rocking, because I'm still screaming my ass off most of the time.
Oh, yeah. So if anyone wants what Spek 1 is giving away, just say Spek 1 care package. We already only have one entry. I know there's more of you that one in, because who doesn't want some free stickers?
Nobody else takes it, I will. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know Doug said he wanted on.
I wouldn't mind it. I appreciate it. I'll be thankful.
So some of the other questions we usually ask our guests is like, what also are like your top favorite foods that you can never get tired of eating, no matter how many times you've eaten it?
Well, cheeseburgers is probably number one for sure.
Oh yeah.
Do I just get one pick?
No, you get to pick actually 5 foods that you can never get tired of eating.
Okay. Say burgers. I would say pizza, but that don't need to be one of 5 things. That's just pizza don't like me. I love pizza, but it don't like me. I don't need that being one of only 5 options. So burgers. I guess sandwiches, just because you can be kind of versatile with sandwiches, put different things on them, spruce them up. Endless supply of honey barbecue Fritos as well. We'll do that. Let's see. Tacos. Yeah, so that's what, 4, right?
Yeah.
Last one. We'll do pizza. See, yeah, we'll put pizza there. There we go. That's a horrible diet. That's the worst diet.
Yeah.
That's all I could eat.
Right. Now, what would you say like local in your area? Say someone's coming to your area or your state from out of town. What are some local mom and pop shops, restaurants that you recommend and stuff? What would you recommend is a good local burger place that's only in Indiana?
Zesto's pretty good. Let's see what else. Can't think of a whole lot of places that are just here. Pizza King. Yeah, I mean, but that's not just here. It's in Indiana in general. But there's not a lot of places that are just here, honestly, in Evansville. They got a lot of stuff, but it exists everywhere else too, for the most part. Hilltop is pretty good. That's one of those little, family diners, been family owned forever type places.
Yeah, we have a lot of local places like that in Colorado. We definitely in Colorado got some really good Mexican restaurants.
Oh yeah. Los Bravos. You got Los Bravos where you're at?
Nope.
Oh, I highly recommend Los Bravos. That's good. Oh, Teroni's. Yeah, Teroni's is one. That's only in Evansville. That's a pizza place, and they have their own brewery, and their beers are amazing. Very good. Yeah.
Apparently, Seth says the GD Ritzy. What's that?
GD Ritzy's. It's it's like Steak and Shake type stuff, basically.
Oh, nice.
Just a little fancier. And it probably does taste better. I ain't had that since I was a kid, but yeah, that's here.
Oh yeah, we have a really good diner here that's been around since the 50s or 60s, and it's a family. It's not really a diner; it's a sit-down restaurant, but it's called Wishbone. There's only one in all of Colorado. Some of the best chicken fried steak you'll ever have, because they don't just put any kind of gravy on it. They put yellow chicken flavored gravy on the chicken fried steak.
That sounds awesome.
Oh,
I'm a sucker for some country fried steak or chicken fried steak, both those.
Oh yeah.
I remember those little steak things you even used to get at school, the little steak nuggets. They were kind of little shitty versions of them. Those were even good to me.
Oh yeah. And what would be
your... By the way, My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I didn't say it yet, and I wanted to make sure to tell you thank you for having me. By the way,
You're welcome.
Much love and whoop whoop.
Hell yeah, whoop whoop to that. And what would be the next question we ask is what would be like your top like movies of 5 movies of all time that no matter how many times you've seen it, you never get tired of watching it?
Can it be a show? Can I have the whole series?
Yeah, that's one thing we also ask is what are your top 5 shows of all time that you never get tired of watching?
All right, well, we'll do them separately. Okay, so top 5 movies. I want to laugh. I want Dumb and Dumber there. I want one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I want a horror. Can I have It and 2 for one pick?
Yeah.
It 1 and 2, the remake specifically.
Okay.
Let's see. Number 3. Maybe the first Matrix. Yeah, just get an action one in there.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what else is there. Suspense. I want to go. Training Day. Well, Training Day is another one for sure. And then last one. Let's see. I'll go for comedy again. One more time. We'll go with Pineapple Express. Pineapple Express on that last one.
Oh yeah, that's what I like. I mean, I love horror, but I'm like picky when it comes to horror.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a lot of the classic horror. That's what I like is classic horror.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff too. You see that Nosferatu yet?
Not yet. I know some people told me it was good, and some people are like it was and then some were like it was definitely scary. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's really good. It's different though. The people that probably say it's are probably the people that don't like that style of movie doesn't really vibe with because it is very old. It takes a lot of old school. It has a lot of old school vibes to it, and the way it's put together. It just there's a lot of parts where you have to like, I guess, be sharp enough to know what happened. Maybe a scene before. It seems like some things are just like but deliberately left out to be like old school style. You know what I mean? Like it's just different.
Mm-hmm. And then how would you describe like one thing we always ask our like guests like how would you describe like the scene like in your area? Like from what I've been told, like Indiana's got a pretty good scene. I'm trying to think of that venue. It's a really big venue in Indiana, and like a lot of underground shows happen there. What's it called? Carl's Tavern. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what it is.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Am I right? Seth, is it called Carl's Tavern? And I believe it is in Indiana and stuff.
Here goes a quick shout out. I don't know a lot of venues personally because like I used to go to a bunch of concerts and stuff back in the day when I was younger. I had like a group, that I went with then all the time. But it's been a long time since that, and I'm just now getting to playing venues myself. As a matter of fact, quick plug, my first 2 shows ever are coming up April 12th and April 15th. The first one's at Spanky's. They're both in Owensboro. The first one's at Spanky's, and I forget what the second one is. I'll have that posted on my channel, just FYI. It's probably already posted on there, but I'll double check that when we're done here. But yeah, those are my first 2 appearances. And what's awesome is my buddy King Cold. Some of you may have heard of him. He's been doing his thing for a real long time, and he's from Evansville. And he's been a long time homie as well since back in high school. And he's doing my first 2 shows with me, so that's kind of special to me too. You know what I mean? Get to rock it with like some a good homie from back in the day. That's a good way to start, I think.
Hell yeah. Where do you like see yourself in like 5, maybe 3 years with your music?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it like that. I have a plan of action. I have a plan of accomplishments.
That's
So
even a good answer.
Let me give you my plan of accomplishments, and that's more like a roughly 3-year timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost done with the first EP. When I get done with that, my first 2 shows, like I said, are in April. I'm gonna start at that point in time like a big promoting phase. Just get a whole bunch of work with somebody to make like official CDs, get like a whole bunch printed up, like take them everywhere all across Evansville, drop them off everywhere I can, see who's got open mics, see who's got this, see who's got that, continue to book shows. So like basically I'm gonna do a roughly 3 to 6 month phase of focusing solely on like doing shows and promoting essentially, and then I'm going to go back to do my first actual full-length album. But by that time I'm going to have a studio built. As it stands right now, I pay quite a bit well, not quite a bit. I get good deals, but it's still it's pretty expensive regardless. So I'm looking forward to having this studio built up. I just bought the computer, the most expensive part. Next paycheck from here on out for the next 2 or 3 months, I'm gonna take $200 or $300, get another piece of equipment, and at the same time I'm doing that, the first thing I'm buying after this computer this next payday is I'm buying the materials for me and my brother to put our carpentry skills in and build a booth out in the garage. So I'm doing that, and then like I said, by the time I get all the stuff bought over the course of the next like 2 or 3 months that I need, I'll have that shit built. It's on and popping, and that's going to be great because paying per hour for the studio, what sucks about that is I can't experiment with nothing. You know what I mean? I can't see how nothing sounds. I got to go in there with my mind made up. Here's what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. For instance, I Shine that you was just looking at, that song altogether cost me probably in the ballpark of $350, $400, something like that. Because I kept having to go back at it. I wasn't vibing with it,
And that's one thing that's what we're actually going to do next into the next segment. Since this is your first time on the show, we're actually going to play some of your music.
All right, on. That's good. Yeah. Please do.
So we're going to play this one because it just dropped literally 5 days ago, y'all. This is Poizn Killz, My Shine, y'all. So let's go ahead and listen to this, and feel free to share your thoughts in the chat, y'all. So let's play this right about now.
Hold on real quick. Can I make a request after this one?
Definitely.
That's sweet. All right, go for it.
All right, y'all. Here we go.
Almost my entire life I stood in front of me. It didn't matter, I was bright, my light was covered in debris. Realized this time I realigned my future and my dreams. Now I shine like I'm a neon sign right out the factory. I was killer on the rhymes, and there were those of you that seen and thought that was my prime back when I was in my teens. Looking back, I was a down by almost everything but this. I'm admittedly remiss. I had some killer shit. Along with it came the best, worst summer ever since. Provided these clips I disregarded in my head. A lot of them are painful, difficult to reminisce. Back then they was skipped while I partied instead. There's nothing like the pain of losing everything you know. 16 years old without a parent at home. Been a long road to where I stand with a whole lot of closures that I had not planned. Ride's been tough, but I like my seat. Where I ended up after everything I beat. People going nuts about the process I repeat of compulsions exercised on a blank white sheet. Almost my entire life I stood in front of me. It didn't matter, I was bright, my light was covered in debris. Realized this time I realigned my future and my dreams. Now I shine like I'm a neon sign right out the factory. I suppose that's why I'm inclined to lay it all on the line. Feels like music loves my stubborn ass blind. For
myself to unconditional return to forever to accept it, but now I do discern. No point in trying to get that out of it when they get us mind you. I will play a game that no one else can comprehend like I do. Y'all correspond, go backing up and bitch. Loyalties beyond that frame of measurement. So normal will I go on a limb of what was spoke. It falls because it's hollow as the words that I provoke. Almost my entire life I stood in front of me. It didn't matter, I was bright. My light was covered in debris. Realize this time I realign my future and my dreams. Now I shine like I'm a neon sign right out the factory. I never needed much, just love. But if that's all you ever want, it'll fuck you up. You'll excuse all that someone you love does. The day my parents hit the rug, love became a drug. Shit'll make you overlook the blessings right in front of you. They'll grab you by the throat and scream and still escape your view. Can't tell you how much I took for granted those few. One dude in particular, always been true. I'm proud to call you homie, even though that's not the word. Don't know how you put up with the shit that you observe. My hat goes off to you, my friend, I'm glad that we still talk. You upstanding as a motherfucker going for a walk. Almost my entire life I stood in front of me. It didn't matter, I was bright. My light was covered in debris. Realize this time I realign my future and my dreams. Now I shine like I'm a neon sign right out the factory. I suppose that's why I'm inclined to lay it all on you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was dope. I really loved that.
That's very different from everything I do. Everything else you hear from me from when I started a year ago to now, it's completely different from that. And that's why I took so many runs at it. Because I was trying to do something for the chorus that wasn't, I don't know, it was hard to find a good, I'm still going to I'm going to remake it a third time. I'm still not completely happy with it, but I'm going to go ahead and roll because I've already spent like $400, you know what I mean? So I'm rolling it, but
oh yeah,
I'm gonna redo it again one day. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh yeah, my homie from Florida, he's in a group called Droku. He's in a group called Dead By Corporation, and he really enjoyed that track.
Did he? Hell yeah, right on. Well, good.
So what's
the
record?
My music that really like I said, it's therapy, and then also,
oh yeah,
at the end of the day, like you know what would make. Like, fuck money, fuck everything. Somebody comes up to me, they say, I had a hard time with a certain situation. I listen to you and you help me. That would make my fucking world, you know? Like, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
That type of stuff. I want it to resonate with people like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of like how my girlfriend is when it comes to writing. She's like, if I become big from this, cool. If I don't, cool. But she's like, I just want to write out how I'm feeling, and I want to make something that maybe will resonate with someone else, because it's true. Music is therapy, not just for the listener, but for the person writing the song. Mm-hmm. It's therapy for them.
That's all my music. Now my request is, here's, like I said, you're gonna get the theme of this record, which the record's gonna be called Heartbroken in Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
It's talking about a place in my life where I was going through some shit. It's a very heartbreaking shit. I found music, which was the heaven. So I'm heartbroken in heaven. It was about that period of my life, essentially. The only exception to that is this last track, which is going to be the first track, which is a self-titled track called Poizn Killz. And I can preview that for you if you want to see it. I can preview at least the chorus.
Yeah,
if you want to see it. All right.
Definitely.
So think like Southern rock, like I kills these beats. Poizn kills everything he released. My kill technique is when life is an ass. I beat those cheeks. Kill everything. Now until forever I'm on the upswing. Kill and no stop. Kill all the way to the motherfucking top.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Self-titled Poizn Killz song. That's the next one to be recorded and the last track, and then EP done.
Oh yeah. Well, that's funny.
I'm gonna set the EP release date now, I guess, because I want to have it done before April 12th, so I'm thinking April 1st. We'll call it April 1st.
Oh yeah.
But
Actually,
that's my request to Poizn Killz. For sure.
Hell yeah.
Or not Poizn Killz, the cycle.
Cycle. Let's see. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it on?
That's the first thing I did. As a matter of fact, this is the first thing I did.
All right, I found it.
Before we listen to it, it's also therapy. It's about the cycle of obsessing, understanding that you obsess, and redirecting that energy into a positive. That's what it's about.
Hell yeah. Well, here we go, y'all. This is Poizn Killz, the Psycho. Let's go. Cycle. Yeah, let's go.
We'll pick up Lincoln Park here for sure. We'll pick it up there. The guy that did my early beats did really solid broad beats, man. I wish I could keep going, but he's a no-go.
Yeah, got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a meditation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation. I got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation.
If we never met, let me tell you where I'm at. I'm colder than a frozen thermostat. Despite knowing that some will still say, yeah, this has been an asshole to leave it in the past. Instead, I'll turn up with an immaculate flow. Try to keep y'all guessing like tic-tac-toe. I've always liked to do shit like that, though. Thinking I'm on track for the right plateau. I don't give a damn if you know my past or the fact that I lose my grip. I'll snap on any damn one that's big or small when I see injustices. Yeah, more than a few have called me nuts, and I know I represent it. And if I said it, I swear I meant it. I'm nothing if not authentic. At times, it's overwhelming being who I'm set to be. When your heart is on your sleeve, it just gets broken easily. This time I'll make it work for me. Yeah, I'll direct it to my flow. The key's consistency. I'll pretend I'm needing go.
Yeah, got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation. I got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation.
It's well past too much time. I'm back to the me I left behind. It's therapeutic and sublime like every damn time I rock a rhyme. Been told too many times these rhymes be my ticket, steadily blowing people's minds when they see what I exhibit. You ought to know that Poizn Killz. I should have done been a household name. Should have done seen my ugly mug displayed all across the USA. So fuck it, I'll unleash the beast. He's hungry and it's time to eat. Gonna get some beats to lay some shit on like the toilet paper sheets. Fixating had me forsaking all the energy I spent mistakenly chasing all the things I thought I needed to feel content. Now the focus is on me. I'm gonna give a voice to the beast beneath his quirk instead of a purpose when I let him murk it on a beat.
Yeah, got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation. I got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation.
I got this rage, it's underneath. You can't set a man on fire when that's what the fuck he breathed. And I'm not wasting no more energy on any fucking thing unless it's rudimentary. I've been done when I was young. Hell, I had the right idea, savage tongue that filled my lungs like they're a fucking galleria. I've been swung and come undone and like forever couldn't see it. Some among the people I run with always knew I would achieve it. I'll give it all I got until I'm in the mold or in a box. Whether I blow up or I flop, at least by then I'll know that while it's alive I fucking rocked. And on top of it never stopped. I did a whole hell of a lot at the time I clocked at the studio.
Yeah, got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation. I got a handle on exactly what I need. Gonna break this fucking cycle forward, fucking break me. Distractions and reactions are just such a mitigation. You can't tell you're in a cycle when you're stuck on the rotation.
I had Disturbed in mind there too with the I.
That's what it made
There's some
me think.
Disturbed happening there.
Yeah, it definitely gave me Disturbed vibes. That definitely sounds like something I would have listened to like in my youth growing up. That was dope. I could definitely be moshing to that.
Well, thank you.
Even though I can't mosh anymore, but I'll still like vibe out to that like live if I have to.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that sucks is I can't mosh pit anymore like I used to. I used to be able to. I can't anymore.
I've never been big on moshing. It's only been for one reason ever. I can't see shit without these, and they're too expensive to just fucking go out there and get fucking hit.
Oh yeah, I had a homie like that too. Like they could see without their glasses, but they could see enough to don't know what they're doing. Now, one of my homies that's legally blind, like they can't mosh, but my ones who can see really good, like usually before they mosh, they give me their glasses and I hold on to their glasses while they're moshing. Then I give them back to them when they're done.
Mm.
And then I did have a homie who was trying to mosh while they were wearing glasses and they ended up bending their glasses and shit.
Don't do it. We're just asking for it.
But yeah, I can't mosh like I used to. If I do, I'm just going to be like on the outside, like where you help like push people in, or if they fall, like you help them up and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the only reason why I can't anymore.
People stopping it, to get people up and stuff. It's really
Oh
cool.
yeah, and that's basically what mosh pitting is. Like one of my friends, when they first mosh pitted, they thought you're like literally supposed to hurt someone. I'm like, no, you just bounce off of them, and if they fall over, you pick them up. That's what you're supposed to do. But because they didn't
fell up, but I got a tooth chipped in a mosh pit once. On my bottom teeth. By the bouncer.
Homie Chris says if I get in the pit with my drinking horn, I'm not missing. Of course you like to mosh, Seth. No, of course you do. I mean, I may not be able to mosh, but maybe someday I'll try crowd surfing. I've never done that. All I gotta say is I could see that last song we played, people moshing to that song, or just everyone wiling out to that song live.
It's that kind of song, yeah.
It's gonna incite a riot.
I got a song. If you want to play another one, one of the songs on there is a straight diss to an ex. It's pretty great. It's really the chorus. Nasty.
Oh, we definitely got to hear this. What's that one called? Excuse me.
No, play Accountability.
Okay.
Accountability is if you want to hear me my ass off, Accountability. I'm rocking my ass. I kill that shit. That's one of the best songs I've made for sure.
Hell yeah! And do you also have plans,
y'all can just look that up? It's called Burnt. Y'all can just look up Burnt Bridges. Look up Burnt Bridges if you want to hear it.
And you do have plans like to release like a lot of your music, like eventually, like in physical media, right?
Yeah. After I get this next song recorded, I'm gonna. I got a homie that I'm working with that I did a collab with up in Canada.
Oh,
who's,
nice.
Gonna get the CDs manufactured for me, so I'm gonna get him to do that and hopefully have them available. I don't know how to sell them online, but I guess I'm gonna figure that out during the promotional phase. That's what it's all about during that 3 to 6 months. It's all promo and building.
Oh yeah.
After I get the album made, I just need to have a library, albeit small, but I need to have something to promote with and jam and be out there on stage with, because that's a big part. That is promoting. That's the best way to promote. You're promoting your fucking performing.
Oh yeah, and I know Doug. He's really good at like helping promote and set up like stores. So I'm sure if you definitely message him, he'll like tell you stores where you could sell that online. Like I know there's Big Cartel and stuff. Like what I use, and I don't know if you could do music on there, but if you want to eventually do merchandise on there, I use what's called Streamlabs, and you'll never run out of sizes like of shirts. They'll always, and it's made by third-party companies, so they'll be making them for you basically, which is good.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look into that.
So yeah, look up Streamlabs. Like it's also a streaming service that you use like to do live streams like this.
That when you get a chance, DM me that if you would.
Definitely. And you can like make anything on there, like merchandise wise. Like I just found out yesterday that you can make shoes on there. So I'm like, I could do my logo on high top shoes. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That'd be cool as fuck. I got a whole bunch of designs. If you hit up my my TikTok, my Facebook, my fucking all that shit, I got all kinds of different designs on there. I'm ready to put on shirts and shit. All kinds of them.
Well, this y'all,
we're getting there. We're getting there. Just got to get across this album first, and we're right there. Matter of fact, I'm recording that Sunday. This fucking Sunday. I told him, let's do it. Let's get it done.
I love the artwork that you choose for a lot of your songs too. Like I love this artwork too.
You see the Twisted coming in. Oh, are you going to hell or heaven? Did you walk with the sinner? Yep. You can see it burning right there.
Hell yeah, y'all. Now we're going to play this song. It's called Accountability. Let's go.
Like a power ballad.
How do you justify having no accountability? To me, it's a disguise falsified by insecurity. We all fuck up, and that is everyone collectively. Ain't it about time we took some damn responsibility? People wanna act like they never do wrong. You call them on their bullshit, they excuse for blow. Others do it, so you do it, or you flat out fucking not. When you could have made up in a minute, and then they kind of apologize and follow up with action. What is that, arithmetic? I guess so when you're the problem and you have no clue how to solve that shit. Don't mean it if you keep on recommitting all the time. Every word come out of your mouth is laid a goddamn lie. So come on everybody, getting on to be better. Be proactive, not reactive, yeah, be a trendsetter. You say you're doing something, go and do it to the letter. Make the world a little warmer like a Playtex high sweater. Am I not the only one that feels so much like this? And am I not the only one who's gotten so fucking sick of it? You're like to run away and hide and lie to get by, getting eyes on the counterfeit. But ain't no way to sidebar what resides inside. You'll always know you're a hypocrite. Like a moth to a flame, I can't be mad at what you do. The chances are it's ingrained inside you. It's a pattern of behaviors you developed and used. Cause it was always how you got your way, and they do. But you have no idea. You won't until you lose something that's too precious for you to have lost. Sometimes being on the verge of insanity's the only time you see what all your fuckery is caused. But for some, that epiphany will not come. It's all they've ever known. It's all they've ever done. It's all they've ever been through in the home they're from. They use it as an excuse for what they do to everyone. Personally, I'm done holding on to those shits. If I see a red flag, you bet I'll spit. I got better shit to do and better things to be to jump through the mud by inconsiderate company. Am I not the only one that feels so much like this? And am I not the only one who's gotten so fucking sick of it? You're like to run away and hide and lie to get by, getting eyes on the counterfeit. But ain't no way to sidebar what resides inside. You'll always know you're a hypocrite. Ain't you got no shame? Hey, look what you became. Yeah, everything you said you never be back in the day. Remember when you were young, being upstanding was the aim. That version of you would be ashamed. He slapped the features off your face. I know it's easy to be a hypocrite. Look at me when I drive. I pull the same shit I hate to see y'all do sometimes. But I catch myself and check myself and try to put it through a hole. Meanwhile, other motherfuckers do it even more as our result. Hold yourself accountable. That guilt has got a purpose, man. It's your God-given moral compass guiding you to the promised land. Just practice enough to be honest. So when you speak and not pretending, oh, that life you lead, you don't deserve someone else's ending. But I know it's on their fears. No one ever feels compelled to take the blame that they can pin on everybody else. Honesty's a wash in almost everything we sell. It's a game of charades and everybody else is hell. Am I not the only one that feels so much like this? And am I not the know you're a hypocrite.
Oh yeah. Well, those were some really good 3 picks that you chose. Those were amazing.
Well, thank you.
Like, I definitely, when you start performing more, let me know, because I would definitely love to see you perform live.
Yeah, like I said, I got 2 coming up in April 12th and 15th, both in Owensboro. Spanky's is the first one, and I don't remember the second one.
Now, when you write your rock music, does do you play the instruments, or are there people you know that plays the instrument?
No, those are just beats that I'm having my dude make for me. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So
yeah.
Either he makes his beats from scratch.
The majority of the first album is one guy, and he stopped doing them for me. And the last like 3 on the album are from I've been working with, but the last 3 beats on the album I've been recording with him pretty much the entire time. He's been doing the beats and the recordings with me, and all the shit.
Yeah, I know my girlfriend, she wants to get back into playing guitar because she does music herself, and eventually in a lot of songs in the future, she wants to add guitar to her songs, but it wants to be the guitar where she's playing the guitar and adding to the song and stuff, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, once I get, maybe that's if the going back to the question of 5 years from now, I would like to be playing the guitar 5 years from now. I think I can. I think I would like to be able to be playing the guitar. That would be great. I've always wanted to do that. I feel like once I fucking, maybe made my first full length album, then I'm going to pick up guitar and try to incorporate guitar into, at some point, at least by the second album, 5 years from now. At least by
yeah. And that's one thing I love when some groups start to have a live band with them. So who knows, maybe years down the line when you're performing, you'll have a live band performing a lot of those for you as you're performing.
That'd be dope. That'd be awesome.
I remember the few times I've seen ICP live, they actually had a live band with them. They had live guitar players during their songs where they had guitar riffs and stuff. There was one time it was Legs Diamond came out, and then Mikey Clark, they both came out and they were playing the guitar riffs for Chicken Hutton live, which was dope.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be a lot of fun. I just found the second performance I'm doing. Second performance is Tuesday, April 15th at 6 at Shiloh's Lounge and Grill in Owensboro with Al Azul Alu.
Hell yeah. And
I'm opening for them. Hell
yeah. And I usually, like I said earlier in the show, I'm trying to get this annual event that I want to get going on, and it's going to be called Karma Fest. And whenever I get that going, I would love you to come perform there. Like I said, it would be basically for a good cause. It every year is going to be for a charity.
Where's it at?
I don't know yet, but I think the venue I have picked out is the Roxy here in Denver.
Okay.
I don't know when I'm going to do it because I'm still trying to put it together, and I'm talking to my homies who know how to book events and stuff. So they're basically helping me with that.
Yeah, throw a date at me. If it's during a weekend, that'll help. Because you got to keep in mind, I'm just getting started out, and I actually make pretty good money where I'm at, but I love it for what it's helping me achieve with my rap career. And see, that's another thing rap really did for me. It really made me accountable for things, because at the end of the day, every decision I make, I say, is this going to set me back in music? And if the answer is yes, we don't go that route. That's one of the biggest things it's done for me as well. But yeah, so, but like I said, Al Azul on the 15th. I hear that I never heard him before. Somebody told me about him recently.
I saw them years. I don't know how many years, but I saw them years and years ago. I haven't seen them at all lately, but when I saw them years and years ago, They, from what I remember, they actually put on a good live show.
Yeah, they look like they would. Looks like they put on a good show. I hear they got a pretty big cult following, which is cool.
Oh yeah, this guy really loves Will's in the chat. Really loves your music, dude. He also does a podcast. So if you ever want to go on his show to promote your music, definitely hit him up too.
Okay, right on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it like same kind of setup, more or less?
Oh yeah, I think he uses StreamYard like me too, and he would just like send you the link like this, and then you just join that way.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, if you don't have anything else, like, do you like have any last words before we let you go, like shout outs and stuff?
Well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna shout out to anybody. I'll shout out to my bestie that moved up there to New York. Missed the fuck out of him. Talk about him. You'll learn more about me when you listen to my music, but he has a special place. That was my brother, you know what I mean? He's seen me through all the shit I had to get through, you know what I mean? He's seen me through every bit of it.
Oh yeah,
So,
I have best friends like that too.
Comes in. That's why homie's so big for me. Like, that really means something between me and him, like big time, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But let's see what else. Yeah, and just if you can make it to Owensboro, great. See my second performance. Who knows? Maybe y'all will be up and coming. I hope you guys enjoy my music. Like I said, I hope it resonates with some of y'all. And y'all ever need anything, you know, anybody wants to possibly, you know, get on a track or whatever, you know, holler at me. I'm pretty much down for a lot of whatever helps spread the word.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of the whole point of this show too. It's to make sure the talented people aren't getting overlooked. And sometimes when we have a few guests on the show, it's a way for those guests to link up and say, hey, let's do a song together. So who knows, y'all, maybe Spek 1 and Poizn Killz will do a song together somewhere down the line.
Yeah, it's on my to-do. Check his stuff out.
Yep.
I'm very hopeful that I'm like, dude, it's awesome. I'm very hopeful. I'm going into it with a very positive attitude. So he's definitely a cool dude. I'm very thankful I got to meet him.
Hell yeah, and you're always welcome back on the show anytime, man. Like whenever you got like a new album or EP or anything coming out, just like message me and I will like book a spot for you.
Man, that sounds good. Maybe around the time this studio is built. That's a milestone right there. It's going to be huge. Like I said, just having the ability to experiment is going to be, I think it's going to change my music. Like, it's going to help me grow, I think, to be able to experiment, not have to worry about a fucking deadline or per hour, you know, nothing like that.
Oh yeah, it's better when you're able to do everything yourself, and you guys never know. Next time Poizn Killz, we interview him, he'll probably be interviewing us live from his studio and showing us what he's working on next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Around that time when I start on the next album, more or less. But this one's almost done, guys. Like I said, go ahead and count it. April 1st. That's when I'm going to re-release the album. It's going to be a re-released album. I have one more track that I may or may not redo. If you feel free to just check out me like 10 years ago when I fucked around with it before, just in a one-off. I got friends who want me to redo that track. I'm thinking about maybe redoing that as a bonus for the album too. I don't know. That's to be determined. Depends on time constraints, really. Might end up on the next album or on the first album. Who knows? But anyway, at the very least, there's going to be one bonus track, which that I Shine we listened to. There's an alternate version of that, the original take, and I'm putting that. That's going to be the bonus track on the record. Again, that's going to drop April 1st. Heartbroken in Heaven.
Hell yeah. Before we let you go, let everyone know where we are, and basically can the Hours of Chaos podcast get a shout out?
Oh yeah, Evansville, Indiana. I rep that. I got a song, You Don't Want to Go. That one's a straight up fight song, and it's straight up talking about come fuck with me in Evansville. If you want some shout outs to the Ville, that's what that song is. That's homage.
Oh yeah.
That's actually kind of an homage to back when I was really into like juggalos and you know, juggalo scene and going to concerts constantly and shit. That was from way back then. So it's definitely more aggressive. I took it from back then because it was something I wrote back then, but I more or less went back over it and, you know, kind of incorporated some new rhyme schemes, and it's its own thing now. It's different, but it still has some of that old school juggalo flavor too. You don't want to go.
Oh yeah, and the homie in the chat, Will, says hop in his chat tomorrow and he'll like play some more of your music like on the show tomorrow to help give you more of that exposure.
If I do it, it's gonna have to be about this time tomorrow because I work tomorrow.
Yeah, like if you're not able to hop on the panel, like you said, just like hop in the chat, basically.
Oh yeah, in the chat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that. Tit for tat. Tit for tat.
And before we let you go, can we at the Hours of Chaos podcast get a shout out?
Yes, Hours of Chaos. Thank you so much, bud, for having me. And oh yeah, shout out, of course, to your cousin, my good friend Doug. Big shout out to him because without him, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So
exactly, that's the whole point of this community. Is we're supposed to like link up and build those connections, and that's one thing I like about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have a good night.
All right,
man.
guys. Well, yeah, you too. Thank you for having me, and y'all be easy. Enjoy.
Hell yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Later. And that was Poizn Killz, y'all. This was his first time on the show, and he did a very good job. So we're going to go and get into some news and my thoughts and opinions on stuff. So, Doug or Seth, since no one else entered in the giveaway, you automatically win. Seth, if you're still watching, you automatically win because no one else entered the giveaway that Spek won when he was on earlier entered, so you automatically win. No one wants free stuff. So Seth, you automatically won basically because no one else entered. Maybe for our guests next week, there will definitely be some more entries. I'm surprised we only had one. I think that's the first time we only had one entry for someone who wanted to win something on the wheel. That's the first that's ever happened. And then one time we had no one enter one time. So we're going to go and get into my thoughts and opinions on stuff. So first, we're going to hear from the Duke himself on how Juggalo Day and how DCGCon went. So we're going to hear from the Duke how DCGCon and Juggalo Weekend went and how it made him feel for our first topic.
What up, y'all? Finally Jay here, the Duke of the Wicked. Just want to say that very happy with the happenings of Juggalo Weekend. You know, Juggalos came out in full force. You know what I'm saying? And there was a blizzard going on. Legit. It was a fucking blizzard. It was raining tiny ice balls. And the kind that bitch whip your face, they hurted. They were so painful. And Juggalo still came out in full force both nights. And Juggalo showed tremendous love to JCW, which sedated my heart. It was beautiful. And Shaggy came and did commentary on a new episode, upcoming episode of Lunacy. It was just a wonderful time, man. And I had a great show Saturday night. I had a decent show Friday night. But Saturday night, me and Shaggy just ripped through the classics and fucking, I love that ninja. And I love you ninjas. And it was just a great fucking weekend, you know what I'm saying? And I was left emotionally touched, if I don't say so, because it really was something special, man. I didn't know Juggalos were going to be able to come through. And it also reminded us why we don't like playing shows in the winter, because we hate putting all that cold Fago on ninjas and sending them out there in the blizzard afterward. But when we booked Juggalo Weekend this year, we didn't quite realize what we were doing, that we were bringing it somewhere cold. So next year we're going somewhere warm again. Preferably your mom's nuttin'. Woo! We love y'all.
And those are basically words from the Duke. So it sounds like DCG Con and Juggalo Weekend went off without a hitch, which is good. You know, and I did see another video where Jump Steady said how he wanted to basically make DCG Con and hopefully keep DCG Con and Juggalo Weekend separate, which I hope they originally do that, because that's what they originally did, where DCG Con and Juggalo Weekend was its own separate thing. Because the last DCG Con I went to was here in Denver, and it was still its own separate event where you had the convention during the day, and then at night is when you had the live music, basically. So I saw some footage that some of my homies got where Jump Steady did a DCG Con seminar, and he said he hopes that DCG Con next year will be its own separate thing again, because it used to be its own separate thing. Because I think that's cool, because DCG Con is supposed to be very reminiscent of the early days of the indoor gathering. So for those that don't know what the whole premise of DCG Con is, it's supposed to be very reminiscent of the early gatherings, when the gatherings were indoors and the gatherings were at convention centers before the gatherings moved to campgrounds and outdoors. So I hope that happens, because I'd love to go to another DCG Con someday. Like, my main goal is to eventually go to some of the events that I've never been to. I've never been to a Juggalo Weekend, so I need to cross that off. No, eventually I want to go to a Big Ballas. I would definitely love to go to the Float. I would definitely love to go to Juggalo Ohio, even though I went to the first event before it was officially Juggalo Ohio. Ouija had an event here in Denver for 2 nights where he had different acts performing and then a different set. He did that here in Denver way before Juggalo Ohio, and it was called Death by Denver. So eventually I wonder if Ouija's still going to make Juggalo Ohio a thing, or he's going to do it as his original plan, where he wants to do it in a different state and city every year, and then have some clever different name to it. Because that's basically how Juggalo Weekend works too. Juggalo Weekend is always in a different city and state, basically. Which I love that about Juggalo Weekend, how it is always in a different city and state. And I think even Jump Stay said he wants DCG Con to be like between like April and May, which the previous 2 DCG Cons were around April or May. When it was here in Denver, it was around May. So the weather was perfect when they had DCG Con here in May. It was very nice weather. So that's one thing I hope. And who's all still here in the chat? Exactly, Swill. networking. Agreed. Now on to our next topic. As many of you know, the full lineup for Juggle Ohio 3 has been announced. And the lineup is as follows. We're getting a Ouija set, like both nights. Night 1 is called the Gather the Elements, which it looks like it's going to be a set of Ouija performing all his music from the Elements, which is dope. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm missing Juggle Ohio this year. Like I said, the main goal is to focus on the gathering. Sorry if I'm boring you guys tonight. And then the next night for Ouija is called The Pages of Prophecy. And then we're also getting a King 810 set. We're getting a Sinister set. We're getting a Darby set. We're getting 10 bands, which is Darby and Shaggy the Airhead performing. We're getting a Saigon Umo set, a Shaggy the Airhead set. Clockwork E is performing here. Hatchet Man Project, Death Plus, 216 Zay, Gloom Unit, and Worldwide Chaos, and many more. That is a good lineup, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but that is a very, very good lineup. A very good lineup. I kind of wish I was going to Juggle Ohio 3, but like I said, for me to travel literally from Denver to Columbus, it's a lot of money just for me to travel that far. Like, just to fly alone, it's expensive for me. What's up, Precious? Just doing some topics, and then I'm going to get out of here. I feel like I've bored enough people enough with my topics that I'm talking about. But thank you, Poizn Killz, for joining us, as well as Spek 1. It's awesome having them on here. And now you guys get to hear my boring ass talk about topics and stuff and my opinions on stuff. So yeah, Seth, if you're still in here, you won the giveaway that Spek 1 gave away. So Seth, hit up Spek 1 because you're the only one who entered in the giveaway tonight. So hit up Spek 1 on Instagram to claim your prize. You're very welcome, Poizn Killz. You have very talent, man. I'm very proud of you. All right. What do we got for our next topic? Let's see. It seems like that's all we have. Oh. Now, I'm sure everyone was wondering because everyone's been sharing their thoughts and opinions, and I'm sure everyone wants to know my thoughts and opinions on the new official ICP store. There was some cool stuff off of there, but I still prefer, Psychopathic Vault, because I don't know if this new ICP site, if their merch site, they're going to have everything on there all the time, or once they run out of certain sizes, they're going to run out and stuff, and then that's it. Or I don't know if this is like a third-party company where you'll never run out of like any sizes, that all sizes are always available. I hope that's what it is. I hope it's a third-party company to where you never run out of shirt sizes or sizes for anything. And I hope, it's a third-party company for that, because that's where I go through for my merch store. Is it's a third-party company where you never run out of sizes of anything. And there was some good stuff on there, like some of the vintage stuff was dope. No, on there, but no. I also came from the era before Psychopathic Bolt, before this new ICP merch, when everything was still done in house through Hatchet Gear, basically. So, what do you guys think of the new ICP merch store? For me, it feels a little There's some, like, I like some of the vintage stuff off of there, some of it, but some of it just feels like I said. Now, what I'm trying to know is if it's a third-party company run merch store, or once they run out of sizes of stuff on there, does that mean they're running out of like those sizes completely and they'll never make those anymore? So I want to know your guys' thoughts in the chat right now. What do you guys think of the new ICP merch store? Right. Apparently, like I said, some stuff was, the options are slim and quite few. Some pieces are lame looking designs. The jackets are cool, but expensive. Yes. Now, does anyone follow Juggalo Collectibles? Because shout outs to Juggalo Collectibles. The best way he described how the new store looks like is this.
One.
So that's how some people would describe it. Is this.
One.
I don't know why, but that clip when I seen that had me laughing. But I'm wondering, is that gonna basically be, is the merch store, is it like in a third party? Is it being ran by a third party company to where once you run out of sizes, that if it's third party, that means they'll never run out of sizes? But if it's running through a different website, does that mean they're going to have, like, once those sizes of stuff sells out, it's going to sell out? That's what I'm wondering. Or is it a third party company where you'll never run out of the size of stuff? Because the best way to do it is have it, especially like my advice that I always give people, like fellow podcasters, YouTubers, or anyone in the music industry, if you want to have your own like merch store where you're never going to run out of like sizes, where the sizes will always be available and you can have anything on this website, is check out StreamYards. Because on StreamYard, what I use for my merch store, the sizes never sell out. And there's so many options for stuff that you can make. So, yeah. This was a great show tonight. Thank you for Poizn Killz and Spek 1 for coming on tonight. No, it was great having you guys on. Hopefully I didn't bore anyone with now my topics tonight. But yeah, basically our next 3 guests that we have live on our show are, we're supposedly supposed to have 3 guests, but one of the third guests hasn't let us know if they're going to be on. So Hopefully they're still going to be on. But if not, we're just going to have the 2 guests. So hopefully next Thursday is going to be 3 times the charm. Not 3 times the charm. We're going to have a triple threat, basically, for the show. I know I'm probably boring you guys right now. I'm probably boring you. I'm sorry. I know I'm pretty boring. So our next guests for next Thursday, live on the Hours of Chaos podcast, are going to be, let me get the flyers. We're going to have the one only Biomac live on the Hours of Chaos podcast next Thursday. Not only that, but they are going to be joined by the CWO Chaos World Order member. Freak Show is making his return as well. And then also joining them on the Hours of Chaos podcast is going to be the one and only Mickey Knuckles. JCW's own Mickey Knuckles is going to be joining us. So that's going to be who's all joining us. Again, Seth, if you're still watching, message Spek 1 to claim your giveaway that you won tonight, because you were the only one who entered in the giveaway tonight. So and you guys already know who I am. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good happy jazz. Shout out to my sponsors, Blind Death Clothing, who sponsor the Hours of Chaos podcast and everything I do. Shouts to them. Check them down below. Also, check out my official merch store, which is called Official Chaos Strip. And you guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO. The Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, well, then it sucks to be you. Later, y'all. And I will see you guys possibly, maybe this Sunday for the Chaotic Clown Lounge Sundays. And if not, we will definitely see you live next Thursday for the Hours of Chaos podcast. Again, we are going to be joined by Bioman, Freak Show, and Mickey Knuckles. So, should be a good show. Sorry if I was boring y'all tonight. I know I'm boring as hell. So, whoop whoop. Much clown love, y'all. And we will see you guys next time. Oh, and the schedule for next month's show for the Hours of Chaos podcast is done. We are just literally waiting on one more clip, and then the trailer should be ready to premiere March 1st. So I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Whoop whoop, y'all.